Beyond presents Spoilers for Preist the Barber, a short university entertainment. Following are some introductory notes intercut with a plain text recording of the dialogue. There won't be a plain text audio at the end because it's not going to be that different in the final cut, so it's not worth doing. If you want to enjoy our production, stop listening now and wait for the release. Or if you're listening in the future, look for the episodes further up the podcast list. Seriously, this is an exercise that some listeners won't enjoy. If it ain't for you, move on. If you're still listening, let's enter Spoilerland. Spoilerland. Seriously, I need to get out more. Okay, so Preist the Barber isn't the title of this play. We don't know what it is called. We don't even know that it ever had a name. It's a sketch, it's a skit, it's a thing, probably performed as part of some event that may have involved other sketches, skits, and things. We don't know. It is certainly connected with other odd short comedy bits and pieces, so that's how we have the manuscript, but again, we don't have much in the way of solid data on it. It dates from 1611, was possibly performed at Trinity College, Cambridge, and comes to us in a manuscript collection with pieces like band, cuff, and ruff, and gown, hood, and cap, tales of arguing, anthropomorphic personifications of things. Additionally, it should be pointed out that Preist isn't a priest, as in a man of the cloth. It's his name. It is spelled Preist, but that's not much use to the listener. Preist is in fact a barber surgeon, and he is in close proximity to the university, and many members of the college are calling on his services. Acting as a feed for these off-stage sick people is Preist's servant, his man, Sweetball. This saves having a cast of thousands, as Sweetball gets to tell us who is in the waiting room, and Preist gets to riff on their ailments, real or satirical. It's a classic doctor's surgery sketch, possibly one of the earliest. So, Preist, performed by Liza is effectively a doctor, and Sweetball, performed by Emma Kemp, is his assistant. Now, a sweetball, in this context, is a ball added to water as part of the shaving process, because barbering is part of the surgeoning. The face washed with water and a sweetball to make suds. So when the opening line of the text is said,
"What, Sweetball, where are you?"
"Under your nose, sir."
This is literally true. The beard would be covered with foam as created by the sweetball.
"What, Sweetball, where are you?"
"Under your nose, sir."
Hilarious. We then get down to business. Who is there in the waiting room, serving person?
"Who was here to speak with me since I went?"
"There was 3 or 4 that brought half-crowns for you."
So this is a setup for a joke about a misunderstanding of terms. So, half-crowns are coins of the realm, first minted by Edward VI in 1549, apparently, and was worth 1/8 of a pound, or 2 and 6. So, when Sweetball says there are people awaiting to give him half-crowns, he is rather excited. Money? For me?
"Honest fellows, I warrant you. Half-crowns for me."
"Aye, sir, for you to heal."
Oh, they want a service, not just to give me money. Are you sure they didn't ask for someone to deal with cracked crowns, as in a broken head? Because that'll cost extra.
"Oh, knaves then, I'll warrant you. But thou wouldst have said cracked crowns."
"Why, is a cracked crown any better than half a crown?"
"But before they have them whole crowns again, it shall cost them an angel."
The angel was a coin of varying value over time, but around about now, 1611, it's worth about 11 shillings, or 132 old pence, which is considerably more than a half-crown, which is only 2 shillings and 6 pence, or 30 pence. A joke that has been demolished by decimalisation somewhat. Let's have that joke again, now that we understand it.
"Who was here to speak with me since I went?"
"There was 3 or 4 that brought half-crowns for you."
"Oh, honest fellows, I warrant you. Half-crowns for me."
"Aye, sir, for you to heal."
"Oh, knaves then, I warrant you. But thou wouldst have said cracked crowns."
"Why, is a cracked crown any better than half a crown?
Before they have them whole crowns again, it shall cost them an angel.
Bum bum! The next potential patient is in the college. A scholar has been injured. New jokes, please.
But was there nobody else here?
Yes, here was one for you to go to the college to dress a scholar's head. They say it's broken.
Ay, marry, sir, at the college there's a pitiful head. It had need to be looked after, for it will infect the whole body, else I understand it's a ringworm that his head is troubled with.
So, this joke is a little harder to pass. I think it's a topical reference, possibly to the fabric of the buildings at whichever college this is referring to. Maybe it's in disrepair, and also could be a person specific, a blockhead who's in charge. I genuinely don't know the answer to this one. Answers on a postcard to the usual address. Next joke patient is a gentlewoman.
Sir, here was a gentlewoman too that said she was troubled with the colic.
Ooh, a gentlewoman troubled with the colic. Is the wind there, i'faith?
Colic, wind, get it?
She said the stone troubled the passage of her water. I hear say she hath done with all the physicians hereabout, and now is come to you.
Nice to know she came to you last. Priest has a whole cupboard full of oils, but which to use?
The oil within upon the cupboard head is good for the swelling that a stone hath made. What's that to the colic? Are you sure she's a gentlewoman? Why, the neat's foot oil is very good for her.
Troubled with colic? Take neat's foot oil. Again, not sure of the joke here, because neat's foot oil is used for softening leathers, lubrication, or topically for bad skin. No idea why that would help the colic, unless the joke is simply Priest gives out bad medicine, in which case a modern example might be prescribing WD-40. With the colic cleared, what about her water?
Yet what's that to her making water? I'll tell thee what, Sweetball. If she come again, tell her this receipt from me. Let her take a pretty quantity of good rose leaves, and put them into a still, and keep a moderate fire underneath the still, and I'll warrant my life for hers, she shall make water, and good water too, if she look to it.
Now, she has a stone, a kidney stone, which is stopping the passage of water, so distilling roses seems to be the key. Is the joke that by making rose water, she's at least producing water, if not passing water? Or it could be something considerably worse. Again, answers on a postcard. New Sweetballs, please. We're back to teeth again, and there's a reasonable amount here that isn't deeply obscure.
Anybody else here?
Here was another for you, to draw a scholar's tooth.
I'm loath to go about that business, lest putting my finger into his mouth I beheld there tooth and nail. But I wonder why these scholars have more teeth drawn than any else. Is it because they should have no more than to eat their commons withal? For if they have nothing to be chawing of, they'll be snapping and biting at their fellows.
Ah, scholars, always biting and snapping. You don't want to get your hands caught near one of them, especially if it's one of the teeth at the back. Bad pun alert, nigh and I wordplay coming up.
But is it one of his foreteeth, or his hind? If it be one of the farthest, it is dangerous.
It's a nigh tooth, they say.
If it be an eye tooth, I shall see it the better.
An eye tooth. See it? Get it? Moving on. We're on to broken limbs, which will hinge on wordplay about being out of joint with someone.
Sir, they told me that you must set a joint too.
What? A leg or an arm?
I know not. But they said you must set a bone for somebody.
Oh, I smell the matter now. I lay my life that somebody's nose is put out of the joint at the college lately. Therefore fetch the oil that stands in the casket. It's very sovereign for that hurt.
He's got an oil for everything. Next, we have a bit of play about Priest's name, and this is such a deep cut. So, surgeons were sometimes known as St. John's, St. John being a priest, so priest is a surgeon, priests are St. John's, etc. That is allegedly the joke.
Here was a gentleman that asked if this were Preist's shop.
Why, you little shaveling, you, I hope you could have told him that it was so.
So I did. And then he asked if you were a surgeon, and went his way.
When did you ever know priests that were not surgeons? Methinks he might soon know me, for I have done as great cures as any man. I know some that will great cures in hand that know not how to perform them, and have been glad themselves to be cured by me.
And after this lament about not being appreciated, he calls for his servant again, who has disappeared somewhere, a set-up for a joke about Sweetball's name, as Sweetball is a bit like soup.
But, Sweetball, what, are you gone from the basin? Come quickly, or I'll scour you.
Enter Sweetball with glasses, presumably with all his oils and medicines. Props, devices to tell more jokes, this time about colleges, institutions being able to contract diseases like people.
Come, you are a notable Sweetball to stay so long. Let's see that glass there. When I was at Sorbonne in France, I cured a whole college with this oil.
Why, are colleges bodies?
Aye, and diseased ones too. Bots on them, they are much troubled with the scurvy. I hope that horse's disease hath left them now. I cured the head there of a giddiness in the brain. As for the body, it was much troubled with the reins, which I helped too. The heart of the college was sound, but it was still troubled with a bad liver. The sides had a convulsion. As for the walls, they had the falling sickness. The windows had a great pain in them, which I cured with this glass of oil of vitriol.
Lots of little jokes there, some tricksy, some straightforward, like walls having the falling sickness, or they were falling down. I am curious as to the uses of H2SO4 in working windows, something to do with manufacture, or etching into glass, perhaps, or just a setup for the next joke, because you really can't drink oil of vitriol for a sore throat. Better to take...
But what shall I say to the fellow when he comes that has the sore throat, that he can't drink for it?
Oh, bid him take some of the oil of swallows. And to get him a good stomach, let him take some of this oil. I know his ignorance will think it to be salad oil, but he shall ne'er know otherwise for me.
Oil of swallows for a sore throat. It's the way he tells them. And it's clearly just olive oil or similar salad dressing. Some more quackery for this barber surgeon. More puns coming up, connecting subject with a suitably named oil.
Then, for the sergeant that was hurt, bid him look to his oil of mace. It's very good for him. And the wench that was troubled with the laziness in her bones, let her use this oil of broom, and it cannot choose but help her. As for the other oil, there, set it up safe again. It's very precious. It has held I know not how many. I knew 100 at least, that had the pox. Some 80 a burning fever, 80 at least troubled with the ague, 40 with the plague, and I'm sure 20 with the gout. And all these were healed with very little, or as a man would say, with none at all, of this oil.
That final oil, the joke of which seems to be the less you give of it, the better it works. But we move on, pack the medicines up, we'll take them to the college. The college mostly looks to be getting a shave, or at least more shaving wordplay.
But I forget myself, they stay for me by this time at the college. Come. Give the linen, the comb, and the glass presently, for now I must go to the college. It must be new trimmed. Bring some water. I think the college will be washed very fair and white, but where's the comb?
There's enough already at the college, sir.
Oh, they be but coxcombs there. Why, here's none of the razor, neither.
Will they use any at the college?
Use razors at the college? Where else? Why, they're very often shaved there.
Will you have the curling iron, master?
No. They used to be cut very short at the college in all things. They care not for any great tops nor top-gallants. Yet I must carry the glass, for they love to look into everything. Without the glass they'll never look into themselves, but look you bring the salve after, for the college must be plastered. 'Tis much broken out of late.
And exit Preist with oils, linen, looking-glass, leaving Sweetball to wrap up in verse.
Ye had a basin, yet there's no man washed. We gave no water, lest we should be dashed. Yet water for your hands we'll not deny. They, being wet, we hope you'll clap them dry.
Yes, like in the toilet of a dodgy pub with a broken hand dryer, you must shake, or in this case, clap your hands dry. Clap! Clap, you bastards! And that's it from this spoilers episode. If you have any thoughts about my brief breakdown of the text, or if you have any disagreements with my thoughts, or if I'm in plain error, let me know. I might re-edit based on your thoughts. Or not. If you'd like more on this play, there is an exploring session on the YouTube, links in the show description, and the full cast audio adaptation edit of this will follow soon, so keep an ear out. This spoilers episode was hosted and produced by myself, Robert Crighton, for the Beyond Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram at Beyond Shakes. Visit our website at beyondshakespeare.org or support our work by becoming a patron at patreon.com/Beyond Shakespeare. Goodbye.